everyone. Hi. Welcome to episode 5 of Big Booty Crash Out podcast. My name is Miracle, and I am your host. Mama, crash out. I'm not about to crash out. I'm not about to crash out. Oh, sorry. Welcome to the fifth installment of Big Booty Crash Out podcast. I know you guys are probably wondering what happened last week. If anyone cares, I did not go on last week because I was going through some stuff emotionally. And I knew that if I would try to do a podcast or do an episode, I know that was going to be in front of my mind, and I probably would have talked about what I was going through. And I just want to stop doing that. And I know, like, on my Instagram and stuff like that, I was like, F you. I don't know what I said. I think in my notes I was like, F it, I'm going to crash out today, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't. I did not. I did not. I was like, F it, I'm about to get on here and just love it. But no, that's not what this is about. That's not what this is for. Even though the name is called Crash Out, I did that for strictly just funny reasons, like, because what really is a crash out? Like, whatever. So, instead of doing it like that, how I would do it, my old self, crashing out, cussing, just going ham and calling out, putting my business out there, calling out, whatever. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it the healthy way. And the healthy way is to let the shit go. Right? So, I want to play something for y'all. It's called The Art of Letting Go. Oh, The Power of Letting Go. It's a clip. And I just want to show y'all this because I think this is I want to show y'all the direction I'm trying to head in my life. And I know there's other people out here that need this stuff too. We all going through it together. So, I want to share this with you.
Mastery of the world is achieved by letting things take their natural course. You cannot master the world by changing the natural way. Lao Tzu. Our civilization is in a state of ongoing strivings, in which control seems to be the highest virtue. We don't have to look far to observe this. In the workplace, for example, employees are more and more controlled and supervised, especially now we have the technology to do so. And governments put more effort into tracking their citizens, whether it's through camera supervision or the proposal of a so-called social credit system. Ironically, the latter is a Chinese invention that goes utterly against a philosophy that emerged from the same soil: Taoism. As opposed to a control-obsessed society, Taoism revolves around letting go and going with the flow. At first glance, the act of letting go may seem a form of weakness, but according to the Taoists, by a correct understanding of how the universe works, we can approach life more intelligently, more efficiently, and go with the flow, rather than swimming against it. Therefore, the power of letting go is a form of strength that's based on sophistication rather than force.
You see that?
The Tao Te Ching, the main Taoist scripture, was written by a mysterious sage named Lao Tzu. There are countless ways in which we can interpret this text. One way is to see it as a guide for a ruler. What characterizes the passages of the Tao Te Ching regarding governance is that Lao Tzu puts emphasis on ruling by not ruling, as he compared governing a country with frying a small fish. Too much poking spoils the meat. He argued that when a ruler tightens his grip on the people, all kinds of negative side effects will occur. We see that people become distrustful towards one another when the government is too patronizing. And when it's too intrusive, people become rebellious. But when a leader is unobtrusive and acts with integrity, then people will become whole, as they are granted the space to naturally evolve. It's clear that Lao Tzu favors a passive form of governance, which doesn't just apply to ruling a state, but also to the governance of ourselves. Because letting things go is the key to let nature do the work, which applies to any level. In this video, I would like to show you several ways in which Taoism shows us the power of letting go. The first one is the art of non-doing. The Taoist concept of BOOY can be explained as effortless action, or the so-called flow state, but also as
I don't want to pause it because he's, whoever's narrating this, spoke on something really good, like a dictator or a ruler, right? If you're intrusive and overbearing or whatever he said, it's going to cause people to rebel, going to cause people to pull away, to push you away. But when you give them the freedom to choose, the freedom to, I think, crap, I forgot. He said something, when you're not intrusive and you let them feel like that, you know, they can make their own decisions or be natural. I forgot what he said. They're more trusting and they're more willing to come forward, and it's more of a natural flow. So that stuck with me because yes, I do. I don't know if anyone else does, but I do have a problem with like controlling stuff and trying to like pull the very last string by its thread, like, hey, like, even though this, all the signs are pointing to just letting this go, you still want to force this and still want to make something out of nothing. I don't know. So that stuck with me.
Undoing, or knowing when to act and when not to. When we take a critical look at ourselves, we see that the need for control prevails in many areas of life. We feel the need to control our pets, our children, our gardens, our video games, in some cases our partners, and first and foremost, our future. Now, control isn't always a bad thing. In order to survive, we need to exert our influence on the environment to some extent. Especially self-control can lead us in a positive direction. Without control, human civilization would probably never have occurred. But too much of it doesn't get us anywhere. It seems that we systematically underrate the natural influences that lie at the basis of our daily lives. We can't control everything, and many things happen when we stop controlling them. Let's take a tree, for example. We can plant it, we can water it, we can add some fertilizer and make sure it's exposed to enough sunlight. But any more intervention would only damage the process, because we interrupt nature from doing its job. Another example is attraction. The first step to attracting someone is simply showing ourselves, so that the person we want to attract knows that we exist. Then, attraction either happens or not. When attraction is there, one can easily blow it by taking too much action. Attraction is a natural phenomenon that is beyond our control. It absolutely cannot be enforced. Instead, it has to grow or erupt spontaneously. And there's only one way to let the seed of attraction grow into a beautiful tree, which is not intervening, aside from the occasional watering. Silence makes the heart grow fonder. That's why letting go is vital in relationships, because by letting go, we give space to the forces of the universe to unfold. After a fight, for example, anger naturally erodes. And when trust is breached, one cannot enforce restoration. It has to grow back naturally. So letting go makes the difference between controlling and allowing. The second one is embracing change. The Taoists were very aware that life unfolds in a constant movement between opposites, between high and low, light and dark. yin and yang. There isn't much we can do about it, and the most efficient way of living is simply moving along with the waves of existence. The flow of life and its transformations are inevitable, yet we see so many people cling to their circumstances. In the metaphor of the river stream, they hold on tightly to a branch or a rock, afraid to let go, because they want complete control over their position. They simply don't trust the universe. And the consequence of this is a rigid lifestyle. They see life passing them by, including many opportunities for positive change, and they miss out on a lot of fun. As Lao Tzu wrote in the Tao Te Ching, and I quote, "The living are soft and yielding, the dead are rigid and stiff. Living plants are flexible and tender, the dead are brittle and dry." End quote. There are also those who swim against the stream. They are the biggest energy wasters of them all. Perhaps they see honor and virtue in taking an extremely non-agreeable stance in life, but exercising a constant resistance to how the universe unfolds isn't a very efficient way to live, and most likely makes one worn out and miserable. This non-acceptance of how things are is also the cause of people fighting against themselves. Because of certain societal expectations, people engage in a battle against their inherent nature. Instead of flowing along with the attributes that nature has given them, we could say, follow your strength, instead of trying to repair your weakness. Embracing change also applies to uselessness and usefulness. Taoist philosopher Zhuangzi observed that usefulness depends on the circumstances, as he told about a merchant that tried to sell shirts to a tribe whose members were covered in tattoos and always showed them off by walking around shirtless. To them, shirts are useless, but to us, at least most of us, they aren't useless at all. Usefulness and uselessness are relative and are not to be treated with rigidity. When you live in New York, for example, having a car is less useful than when you live somewhere in the countryside where the next village is 50 kilometers away. So we ought to be willing to let go of things that are useless in one situation and adopt what's useful instead. That's how we make change an ally and not an enemy. The third one is not focusing on outcomes. Comparable to the Stoics, the Taoists observed that the focus on future outcomes has a negative effect on us. Focusing too much on the future makes us anxious. Our present endeavors become fueled by a desire for an uncontrollable result. And the more we crave that, the less we value the only thing we have, which is the present moment.
Why is everybody putting up with ads like it's 2010? Like it's 2025, guys, just use Pi. This Chrome extension takes 5 seconds to set up and it blocks ads.
Zhuangzi goes one step further by telling us that the more we value something external, the worse we perform in the present. He tells us about an archer that loses his ability to shoot when he focuses too much on the prize. I quote, "He who is contending for a piece of earthenware puts forth all his skill. If the prize be a buckle of brass, he shoots timorously. If it be for an article of gold, he shoots as if he were blind. The skill of the archer is the same in all the cases, but in the two latter cases, he is under the influence of solicitude and looks on the external prize as most important. All who attach importance to what is external show stupidity in themselves." End quote. Now, this doesn't mean that the people that want external things are stupid. It means that when our minds are in the future, we paralyze ourselves in the present. This principle lies at the basis of the flow state that we see in activities like sports, art, and dancing. When we experience this flow state, we're so immersed in the task at hand that we completely forget about the future. It's like the dance dances itself. The last one for now is letting go of excess. In a society in which status is an ultimate concern, everyone wants to be at the top. Not because it's necessarily the best place to be, but because we have collectively decided that high status is preferable and low status is horrible. This also comes with a collective pursuit of the former and a collective aversion to the latter. But the tallest trees catch the most wind. And when we are at the top, it takes a tremendous amount of effort to stay there, because everyone wants to take your position. It's stressful compared to the lower regions, in which one lives more privately with less competition, less enemies, and in general, less effort. The other extreme, however, is a place of deprivation. If we deliberately seek the absolute bottom, we become ascetics. Although in a different way, there's still a strong attachment, the attachment to deprivation. The question we can ask ourselves is, what do we truly need? Zhuangzi observed that a bird that nests in the forest wants no more than one branch, and that a mouse that drinks from the pond drinks no more than a belly full. So if we aim for what we need and let go of excess, we prevent possessions from becoming our prison cell, which allows us to travel light. Epicurus observed as well that the basic necessities for life are easy to come by, and that living moderately is the key to happiness.
I think this is what he's talking about. I think they're talking about minimalism at the end of here. Yeah, I definitely, there was a documentary on Netflix about minimalists. But yeah, that definitely is just like the way to go. Like, yeah. I like that. I like this. I like that.
Path that's easy and sustainable. As Lao Tzu wrote, those who use moderation are already on the path to the Tao. End quote. When we stop striving, we give nature space to unfold. In trusting the universe and accepting that it's ever-changing lies the opportunity to become loose and supple, instead of rigid and brittle. The power of letting go means that we float along the stream without grasping for rocks and branches, and that we cut loose that weight so we can navigate through life with minimal effort. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for making this video. Thank you. That was nice. Yes, Taoism. But there's also like other things too. I used to practice a lot, like the art of detachment too. Like people, the whole thing about people being like, people being experiences and not possessions. That is one too. Lost sight of that. So yeah, this is a video on this. I thought was pretty interesting. It's way shorter, so yeah.
They say that the more you chase something, the more it will run away from you, which can be so frustrating, right? That sometimes the more we want something and the more we try to chase it and try to grab onto it, the more it seems to slip away. I get it. I've been there also. But what if I told you that the key to getting everything that you ever wanted isn't about wanting it more, but about letting go? Welcome back to the It Girl Playbook. Today we'll be talking about the art and the power of detachment and explore when it is time to let go in order to allow room for better opportunities in our lives. First things first, what is the law of detachment? It's a principle that emphasizes on letting go of attachment to specific outcomes and trusting that the universe will bring you your desires at the right time. It can be so powerful in the sense that it builds trust and allows you the peace of mind to live in the present moment. I feel like sometimes people mistaken the law of detachment and the art of detaching as not caring at all about your goals and desires anymore. No, it isn't about being avoidant and not caring about anything and anyone. And of course, it is not an excuse for you to disregard the effort that needs to be taken in order to achieve something that you want. Detachment is about recognizing and accepting what you cannot control and putting your focus on what you can control. When you're trying to control something that you cannot control, it will literally drive you crazy, okay? You will feel more anxious and maybe even start questioning yourself, your ability, and your sense of worth and your confidence because you feel like nothing is going your way and the world is falling apart. But in reality, the issue is that you're attempting to control something that is just uncontrollable. I'll give give you an example. When I began the It Girl Playbook YouTube channel, obviously I wanted to grow it, right? I thought that it would be quite incredible if we could get 1,000 subscribers, and that was a number that I had in mind that I thought would make me really proud. But that is something that I have no control over. I cannot control the outcome. I cannot make you subscribe to this channel, but I could, however, shift my focus on what I can control, which is making my content better, posting as consistently as I can, and making the videos better and the channel better, and hope that it is valuable enough for you to subscribe to it. And guess what? By focusing on creating more content and better content for you guys, I feel like I've been rewarded because the channel has over 20,000 subscribers right now, which is so incredible. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful, by the way. But by letting go of that thing that I cannot control and focusing on improving what I can control, I've been able to achieve far more than what I have possibly would have ever imagined if I were so attached to that original and that specific outcome. I probably would have given up along the way. Again, detachment teaches you to accept what you cannot control and focus on what you can control. Detachment isn't about not owning anything, but it's about nothing owning you. When you're attached to situations, to outcomes, to people that you have no control over, and yet you are trying so hard to control, you're just torturing yourself by allowing someone and something, some situation outside of your control to control your thoughts and emotions and your sense of worth and confidence. There has to be a moment in time when you say, well, I did everything that I can and I did it to the best of my abilities. If this job does not see my worth, if this company does not see my worth, if this person does not see my worth, then I have to see my worth and remove myself from the situation in which I am not valued. And I get it. It can be hard to let go of something or someone that you once loved so much and maybe even still love. But the truth is, people change, companies grow, and friendships grow apart. And it can even be for beautiful reasons, right? Maybe you have a friend who is starting a family. That is a beautiful thing that they have new priorities. Maybe a company has grown so much that it's now difficult to maintain such a personal relationship with everyone. Maybe you're dating someone amazing, but as you get to know them, you realize that maybe as romantic partners, you aren't compatible. Your friendships, relationships, and jobs aren't the same, but for good reason. You cannot force your friends to still hang out with you as often and do the same activities anymore. You cannot ask the company to stop being so successful, and maybe you want kids but the guy you're dating doesn't. You cannot compromise on that and have half of a kid, alright? Staying attached and forcing things to go a certain way will literally force us to become so bitter because it encourages us to look at all the negative things when in reality, at the same time, there is so much good happening in your life and around you. You need to just learn to let go and let things be, because if it's meant to be, it will be. You will not have to force it, beg for it, or push yourself through trauma for it. And at the same time, you might even be limiting yourself because who is to say that you're not meant for more? When you're attached to something, you become very desperate, and everything you're desperate for will run away from you. We attract, not chase. By focusing on leveling up, pouring into yourself, and bettering what you can within your control, you will begin to attract what is meant for you, because otherwise you will begin to accept anything which prevents you from even looking for something more and for something better, and might even make you fall victim to those who know that they can take advantage of you. You will also just be living life on a lower vibration because desperation stems from lack. You don't believe that there could be more. You don't believe that you could do better. But why do you think that there is no one better for you? There's literally billions of people in the world, and you think that one person that's cheating on you and calling you names is the love of your life? Why do you think there is not a better job opportunity for you? There's literally so many companies that are already established. There's so many new companies being created. You can even start your own company if you want. Why do you think that you cannot be more rich, be more beautiful, be more successful? The universe is so much more abundant when you stop focusing on all your energy and your attention on this one outcome that has to be. When you learn to detach and when you learn to let go, you will finally have the space to see how much opportunity that the universe actually has for you. If there is a mindset, an environment, person, situation, or anything that is holding you back and is holding you down, learn to let go, learn to detach. That's it for today. I hope that it was helpful, and I hope that it encourages you to let go instead of being dragged, and I hope to see you in the next one. In the meantime, as always, stay hot. Bye.
Yes.
You need to be careful with what you think because
So yeah, I haven't watched. Actually, I only watched the like the beginning of these videos, but yeah. So yeah, those are the two videos of today I wanted to share because I think it's just really important to just realize that in any aspect, right? Like she said, they said, relationships, job wise, and you know, what is it, financially, romantic, and platonic, whatever relationships. So, I do think that that is very important, because there has been like, I'm sure, I'm sure you guys feel it too. Like, you ever felt like you've been holding on to, people, moments, and energy for way too long, and you know that's kind of expired, and you just stay holding on, and you stay trying to make things work, uh, like that. So I like the always like went by like I always like that saying, like, people are experiences, not possessions, because people do come in and out your lives. Jobs, cars, animals, everything, right? Comes in and out. You can't control how long it stays. Everything. And I feel like I need to start treating people like my cars. Like, no, no, not like, okay, no. I mean, I actually truly value my cars because I've had like 10 cars. So cars have just been crazy over here. But maybe just like when one can't work anymore, scrap it and get another one. Not saying people are disposable like that, but if someone decides they want to dispose of you, you have to be okay with being disposed of. You can't be like, rah, 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 that guilt tripping or whatever. That may work for a little bit, but essentially it's going to be back to where it was, and that's you being disposed of, essentially. So you cannot control stuff like that. You can only prolong it. You can only prolong the pain, and then at the end you're still going to feel what you try to not feel from the very beginning. So it's no point. So yeah, I do I know I've always had an issue with like letting go, because I always had this like fantasy type of mindset, like, oh, we're gonna be in this forever, for life, be BFL for life, best friends for life. Like, I even made a song called Best Friends for Life. Like, I was such a lifer person, for lifer, like, no matter what, we're going through this, we're going through the fire, and then if we come out on top, we the best, so stuff like that. But no, that's not how stuff should work. It shouldn't be that hard. It should never be that hard to make stuff work in a job, in a friendship, in a relationship, romantically. So yeah, and then the art of detachment, like, that has helped me so much in my life, and I was following that for a while, and then I just fell back. I just like fell out of everything that I was working on and believing in, like, I don't know. I just decided to choose anger, but the stuff makes sense though. It's just like, because it was something like you trying to control stuff, you trying to make stuff work that maybe it just doesn't. You going back to something, it brews like bitterness or whatever, and yeah, for a very long time I was bitter. I was bitter Betty. Like, it was unbelievable bitterness. It's like, dang, who is this person? No, I'm really just going off of, cause I really like was gonna just say F all this, but no, it's just better to just let things be. Like, que sera, sera. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Yeah, shout out to From, if you all know what that is. From is my show. I need to catch up on it also. But, yes, I was actually, guys, I'm just struggling. I was going to do a mukbang, but I can't do that because I can't, like, eat all that food, like one bite and I'm done. So I got, like, here, hold on. I'll be right back. Let me just take a little breaky break. Actually, let's play the song. You know what? No, I can't. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. I gotta get the food because I was gonna eat something on here. Oh, I can't take myself seriously. Okay. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. I am back, guys. All right. So I wanted to show y'all what I was eating. Oh my God, I'm going to burn myself. What I was eating. These are leftovers, but I wanted to do the Chili's thing, but I know I can only eat like one mozzarella stick, one chicken tender, and it was chicken wings and everything. And then I just be eating that every day, leftovers. And I didn't want to eat, mozzarella sticks, chicken tenders, and wings for like 3 days. Because I need to eat more. But today I got some, so this is leftovers. I got some lobster mac and cheese from Arc City Tavern in Columbus. Look at that bite. What do they do on the... Here, you take the first bite. Okay, here. I can hear it in my headphones. I love their lobster mac and cheese. It's so good. It's so good. I'm not going to eat all this on camera because... That is good. Okay, next over I have Chipotle, of course, and it is the honey chicken, the hot honey chicken. I have a very plain bowl. I have white rice, pinto and black beans, honey chicken, just the regular salsa, tomato salsa, and then cheese and lettuce, and with some Tabasco sauce. Basic, very basic. But here, you have the first bite. Oh, I dropped some. Very good, very good. Yes, Chipotle never misses. Okay. And you kind of get everything in the bowl. That's why I like it. But yes, you have the second bite. Oh my God, I gotta clean this up. So that's good. That's it. So I'll wait till we get off to eat the rest. But yes, that was my little mukbang. I don't know what that was. But yes, Arc City Tavern is here in Columbus on High Street. Super good. Right by UDF on High Street. Here, actually, let me shout them out. No, not this. Here, I'm gonna share some pictures with y'all. Here. Oh, like they're literally like super good, guys. Like, come on. Here. Window. Is that me? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so look at this. This is there. It's just not look at this food. Everything is good. Everything. Oh, that's new. Oh my God. I really hope they have the picture of the lobster mac, because like, guys, and the drinks. How can I forget? The drinks are good. There it is. Lobster mac. I love it. My favorite. That's all I get. Yes. Yeah, no, so yes. It's right here. It is on, where is it? 862 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. Okay, guys? Check it out. It's super good. And then, you can find Chipotle anywhere. Okay? You don't need it. You do not need, what? Hey, freaking, I don't even know. What was that? God, just leave me alone. Like, y'all just coming out of nowhere. That wasn't even that. That was just some weird. God, I just hate just weird looking things. Anyway, but yeah, to sum everything up, the art of letting go. You just always want to let stuff go, let things go, let people go. Even jobs, even everything that you have no control over, let it go. So yeah, that little thing just threw me off guard here. But yes, the art of letting go. And make sure you guys check out Chipotle's Honey Chicken and Arc City Tavern. Everything on their menu. Now, I did want to, at the end of this, I did want to do a song. It's very, very harsh. But I do want to do a song I wrote like long time ago, like when I first started. And because it always has stayed relevant today. The only thing is just that, you just grow a little different. And it's not like you don't really mean every word. But this is just kind of like me talking my ish. And me just kind of being like, hey, like, this is not that. and you can't play with me. So yeah, this is that. And I haven't, it's kind of weird because it's like I haven't sung this song in a while or even listened to it. And I'm like, oh, I wrote this. It's very relevant. I was like, I don't know if I was really feeling this at the time I wrote this. Like what was I really feeling like that? Like, I'm like, what was I going through? I was like, when I wrote it, I was like, I don't know. But a lot of my writing back then, I definitely like, from stories from other people, you know, I feel like I'm able to feel other people's feelings. So people would tell me stories and I would take on that emotion. Be like, what the heck? You know, really feel with them. And so I write a song, not like based on like exactly what they told me, but just like create my own little story in my head and stuff. Cause I'm like creative and I write stuff. I write plays and all that stuff, stories and like that. So I just came up with, and based off factual, tactual stats, you know, wrote songs. And then I actually went through the shit I wrote about, and now I can relate. It's like, damn, I wrote my future. But no, I'm joking. A little dark humor there. But no. Seriously, no. Some songs I'm like, I didn't even go through that when I wrote it, but I went through it now. What? This kombucha. Anyway, yeah, so this anyway, this is the song. It's called Two Fucks, and yeah. Hopefully I get the volume right so y'all can hear me okay. So da 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 do da do da 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 do da do da 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 do da do da da. I know that I'm different, I'm very weird, but don't ever disrespect me, you hear. Don't be talking that shit about me behind my back. I will roll up and snap the taste out your mouth, just like that. I don't give a fuck where you been or going, you're fine. I know you's a hater, you always show it. I don't give a think it, shitty attitude. What I do in my life ain't got shit to do with you, cause I can give two fucks about you. I can give two fucks about you. So you take your opinions, stick it where your hole is, and you don't have to say shit, cause I'm not fucking with it. I can give two fucks about you. I can give two fucks about you. So you take your opinions and stick it where your hole is, and I hope it comes back to you when something is. Yeah, I know you think that I'm loving your fucking game. I'm not. You think that your comments drive me insane, but you thought wrong. I really don't give a fuck, cause I know once I get that gun, you gon' run. Cause I'm blazing and I'm higher than this heat. You really don't want a piece of me, cause I got that fire. And I've been on the mic, I've been doing it right. I just took my time with all this shit. I rose up and became a hit, bitch. Now fucking with you, get it in my face, cause I can give two fucks about you. I can give two fucks about you. So you take your opinions and stick it where your hole is, and you don't have to say shit, cause I'm not fucking with it. I can give two fucks about you. I can give two fucks about you. Take your opinions, stick it where your hole is, and I hope it comes back through your esophagus, bitch. I could give two fucks. I could get two fucks about you. Give two fucks about you. Bitch. Yeah. Okay, I definitely messed up the lyrics, but this is Big Booty Crash Out podcast. Thank you guys. Take care.